Thank you, Kiara, so much for talking about moisturizing. It's super important. And then after moisturizing, of course, comes the actual styling part. In this section, I'll be talking about different ways on styling hair. So the first thing that I do when styling is you want to make sure that the hair is still wet. So the best way to style is after the moisturizing phase. So the hair is already nice and moisturized. We can spread a little bit more just to make sure it's nice and wet. That's the best way to manipulate and manage a curlier type of hair, is when it's nice and moist. So maybe during the moisturizing phase you didn't separate the hair into fours. If you haven't, you definitely want to make sure that you do that in the styling phase. So I always like to focus on the ends of the hair, especially. So I always will go through to make sure that those are nice and moist, because that's the part of the hair that gets the least amount of moisture. I'll demonstrate how to put a bali and a barrette in. The first thing you want to do, of course, is hair's moisturized. Maybe brush it out. Make sure you get all those extra kinks that may have sat in there. So I'm going to show you like 4 different styles within one big style. Okay, so we're giving her a pigtail. You want to just make sure that after you comb the hair out and you know it's nice and neat, whether you comb or brush it, that you brush it up however you like. For this, if you have gel, maybe add some gel to the top hair, because usually this part of the hair may be a little bit more frizzier. You put some gel or edge control if you have it. That'll help with maintaining and taming some of that frizz. This is a regular ponytail. I put the ponytail and the scrunchies on my wrist and I wrap it around. And that's it. You want to make sure that the ponytail isn't too tight, because that can cause damage to the hair. A bali here. I think it's best and easiest to maybe do a scrunchie first and a bali over top. It's been the easiest way for me. That way I know that they'll have a secure ponytail, and you can wrap it around one time, the hair, and then I open up one end and I just simply overlap it on the other. Cute twists. So you take 2 pieces of hair. You want to make sure that they are about the same length, and you simply twist them together like so. Until you reach the bottom. When you get to the bottom, a great way to make sure the twist stays is I like to twirl my finger around it a few times, just to finish. And if the hair doesn't stay, you can always place a barrette on, or even if you want to place a barrette on, just add some more style, you can. So the way I like to place barrettes on is to open the barrette up, start at the closure piece, and just like wrap the hair around once, just so it's a little more secure, and then there's a little snap there on the end. Start off. And basically I'm just going to repeat that. Whoop, my barrette fell off. Maybe I didn't secure it well enough. So we'll wrap around twice. And depending on the texture here, maybe 1 loop around is fine. Maybe if it's a softer grade of hair, and maybe a looser texture of a curl, you want to wrap around twice to secure it. what I love to do when doing any style is, my favorite part is the back and the bottom. I just like to work my way up. So I'll separate the hair like that, just with my fingers, nothing special. And then I'll kind of just like clip the rest up and out the way. So that's my section. I'm gonna spray a little bit more. For the finger twist, I'm basically taking a piece of hair. This will work on both short and long hair and is a great protective style. Take your hand or your finger and you twirl it around the hairpiece. You just keep twirling. So if you have a looser grade of curl like this, it's not going to take much for you to twirl your fingers around to create a curl. If your hair is a little thicker and tighter, you may have to put an extra little umph in it with your fingers to curl it. Also, if your hair is shorter, it may be best to do smaller sections. So I'm doing larger sections because the hair is medium, but if the hair is shorter, I would probably do a third of the hair that I just had in that strand. I'm going to show you what I mean by putting a little more umph in it if you have a tighter curl with thicker hair. So at the top here, I'm going to actually like twist my fingers around while I'm twirling at the same time. So I'm going to twist and twirl. And then, as you can notice at the bottom, you want to make sure that the hair doesn't retangle. So you may have to kind of stop twisting and twirling just to make sure that the hair doesn't tangle back up. But can you see what my thumb and index fingers are doing? How they're kind of like twisting? That's kind of working that piece of hair a little bit more. And if you have tighter curls, you're going to have to work the hair a little bit more. You can also see how this one's a little bit more tighter by that. Okay, so